So it's a Josh, Windass, and Danny Rohl press conference today. Let's see what they both got to say. Hello and welcome to this video. If you could like, share, and subscribe to the channel, much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when video go live. So Sheffield Wednesday Football Club have had it this week with a lot of things, speculation. But Josh Windass was on about how everything in terms of the minute that when they're playing really good at the moment and they get booed off at half time, he's asking them to do better, and he said it's difficult because he thinks that they've played okay at times, and getting booed, it just feels a bit weird at the minute. It feels like there's a bit of a different thing with it. And he also said it feels like some of the draws at times have felt like it should have been wins, and they should have done a lot better with their games and stuff like that. He said the games are more challenging. The difference between teams at the top and the teams where we are the fact that the mindset is that there's no easy games. The games are how they are. Nothing's easy. You just keep playing and go for it. Him this season, he got 6 goals with the team being 5 points off playoffs. And he said they wanted to be in and around it, the playoffs area, come Xmas. People questioned him like he was an idiot, but he said what the club is doing and the players are doing are proving that what he said, that they should be around the playoff situation around Christmas time, is proving people that Josh wasn't talking bull. He said he wants to go more goal, but he's trying to get us moving forward. Spoke about how Danny very flexible in what he needs to do in terms of like his positioning this season. There've been times where he's been a lot deeper. There've been some games where he's only in his natural position, but it doesn't bother him to play wherever. The flexibility of the team is very important. In meetings, you need to concentrate as it's like you're at school, because if you make a mistake, you'll get called upon the next meeting the next day to show where you went wrong and kind of get that all done. We spoke about the whole situation with Danny being linked with lots of other clubs this week. And he said at the end of the day, players and manager being linked, it happens. It's important not to lose the players or the manager, and we'll be doing stuff, but he doesn't expect him to leave anytime soon. And it's just Danny just got on with the job in hand, as is Josh. Josh is also the kind of person who won't ask about what's going on with this, that, and that. He'll just go, I just go train. I expect him to coach or train us the best way while he's here, which I expect him to do for the foreseeable anyway, and nothing really changes. He's Sheffield Wednesday manager, and he will coach us to better ability, and that's all he can do. And I love that answer. I think it's really good. He said was one thing that changed with the Wednesday players, it's the mentality. It's the mentality that had changed with the players. He spoke about the Peterborough game and then staying up. A mixture not being Danny and Darren, but more like the player's mentality, and they stepped up. He said it's also the fact that they get made to be like underrated group, and they get written off all the time, and they like proving people wrong, and they do tend to like having that little bit of a chip on the shoulder where they can prove people wrong that it's not this. And it was a really good interview with Josh being very honest, being very blunt. And the thing is, what I like about it is that he's very much looking at things and trying to make sure that we're in a good position. And like Josh said, there was a bit where he spoke about him coming off on games, and he said it's annoying. It's annoying when I have to come off the game because I want to be out there, I want to create chances, I want to score goals. And yeah, once I will do like be annoyed when I get off and stuff, but once after the game's done, it's over with. There's nothing gets spoke about. It doesn't get spoken to about. We just crack on like it's any other normal day. I just get wears his heart on his sleeve basically, and just will have that annoyance if he's been subbed in the second half. It is what it is. It's football. It's part of the game. The manager. If the manager thought I need to come off for whatever reason or change the tactic, I'm going to come off. I might not agree with it and I might not like it, but he's the manager. I'm the player. I do as I'm told. And I like that. I think it shows a maturity in Josh and stuff. So, yeah, really good press conference with robbed that and that one with Josh. Also, it was interesting. Josh turned around and said, "You being a Sheffield Wednesday fan knows this." So, Rob Datton, a Wednesday fan? Sounds like it to me. So, we all know all the talk in the press conference to Danny is going to be about Southampton and Hamburg link. So, let's just remember that with this. He said the key point to it all, though, is he's here. It's always an honour to be linked with a Prem club. He's decided clear he wants to stay here, and they know his ambition to Wednesday, and he loves the clubs and the fans. He said, these are credit to the players and development from his players and the change in culture and the club that he gets the links. We will try again tomorrow and see what we can do. Got after the club, matter to his ambition again. He said we need to improve and what he expects from that. They can talk about things later. Get 3 points and be on 32 points would be nice. But we need to work very hard in the games. Games are going thick and fast, and the players will be up for it. There's only a slight not from Svante today, and Akin out. So we'll see what happens. He said the interest will be there. He asked if he had any contact with any clubs, but he decided to stay here. He said football, he knows what he wants to do, and he sees what he can do. He knows that the club want to attack, and the questions are very much the same with it, how it's all been said, like going through it, because a lot of them have to use their different media pieces for their own stuff. He said it'll be interesting what happens in the next 12 days. It did look like he was getting a bit annoyed with the same question, but I can understand that. It's one of those things he knows, but he also knows he got to do it, get that thing right. He said he wants the culture and wants different ways. The wrong person acting in terms of acting about the academy manager. He can give his he can give his thoughts on who he thinks should come in, but he said it's good to have an identity when people leave the club, that the club got its own identity, not surrounded by one person. He said that he agreed with Josh that the atmosphere is a little bit different. He said they want to win more games. The expectation is a little bit higher. It's a little bit quieter. And he said that teams come here and go, wow, that was tough. And they go, it's harder to get a point here than it have been in the past. He got spoke about like changing his shape and changing stuff. He said the last 14 months he got to work with the players. So with the last 14 months, he knows how players are, how they think, and how easy they are to change to the different tactics. He said asked about the Christmas period. So he said, the Boxing Day games is really good. You go do Boxing Day with your family, then you go to a game, and then can spend time with your family again. But when it's not, because they don't do games in Germany around the Christmas time, they have a winter break. So for him, it's just like this is part of the job. So for him, it's a little bit harder because his family are not in the UK at the moment. They're coming in today, he said. But he said he will celebrate Christmas probably with Matt, but try and get some time with the family when they come in. He said he's like what he said, you gotta love the game to do this. The game, he had dinner with his coaches and stuff and trying to enjoy time with family because players had their party and the players just got told to do what you can do, and Josh, Palmer, and Baz were basically in charge. He also spoke about stuff to do with like other jobs, but he's like that part with the agent saying that speaking about jobs and the journey done here so far, not done yet. Hopefully we can do something special again. We've got to work hard and see what happens. People keep coming up to Danny the last couple of days going, are you going or not? I hope you're not going, while he's been shopping, so he liked that. Got spoke about how the injury record is much better these days. We look after the players a lot better. We keep an eye on the load and the management of games and bringing them off a bit earlier. And this is one of the things that went straight into talking about Josh. Josh is somebody who would be top start last season. This season he's been a lot more consistent because they've been able to manage him a lot better. And he knows this from Josh that he'll come off, be a bit annoyed, but also knows he don't take it personally. So it's good to see that. And the thing is, he also got the whole thing where he was trying to sort it all out, and that's the thing. He spoke about how his family talking about how they were getting like lucky at the Christmas market. Took him a while to do that because fans were coming up to him, but his family kind of got used to it a little bit now. I think it might have been a bit overwhelming to start of it, but it said everything that you want to hear. He committed to the project at Wednesday. He wants to stay here. He loved the club. He loved the fans. We know eventually we will lose Danny Rohl to another club. I think that's just one of those things. But I think he's still got so much he wants to do here. And if that chance here, he can just free something up a little bit to help him a little bit, then fantastic. Hopefully he can. But it was a good press conference. I thought Josh spoke really well. I thought Danny handled all the questions about Southampton and Hamburg really, really well. At the end of the day, he's here. He got a job to do. He's just going to keep doing his job while he's here. So, yeah, been an interesting week for Wednesday fan, not knowing if he was coming or going. But he's here. He's ready to crack on and carry on with the job. And you never know, get a good backing in January. He could get us maybe close to playoff. You never know if the backing's right and we get the right players in. It's all that whole situation. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Just remember, there's no live stream tonight at 7 p.m. I am having a night off because I'm ill.